that, Jason? Just
Hell
barn fine.
Hell yeah.
The paint still got some shine to it. It looks way better on video than it does in real life. Oh yeah. The smell of mothballs is incriminating, bro.
All right, so this is my 1987 Buick Grand National. She's been off the road for almost 20 years exactly. November 2005. And we're gonna see if we can get her running. So, obviously, bumper fillers. It was outside. I got this car from my best friend's grandmother, who his uncle, her son, bought it new and then parked it on the side of the house, and it's been there for as long as I've known him. So we're gonna see if we can get her up and running. I mean, obviously she needs a little loving, but we're gonna make her rip again. It's gonna be beautiful. So the plan is we're gonna start with I want to get the plugs out of it. I'm gonna pull the plugs. You know, this isn't some beater, so we're not just gonna throw a battery and crank it. I'm gonna try to pull the plugs. We're gonna get some Marble Mystery Oil in the cylinders and try to rock her back and forth. We're gonna let that soak, and while that soaks, I'm gonna drop the tank. And supposedly the car was parked due to a rotted fuel tank. Underneath, this car is very nice for a New York car. So we're gonna drop the tank and take a look, see if that's true, because I do have a fuel pump, sending unit, and a hardwire kit for the fuel pump. So obviously, and then we have fluids and all that good stuff. So the first thing I do want to see is, so we dropped it off here yesterday, and it does in fact have oil in her, and it actually doesn't seem that bad, but I didn't check coolant, none of that stuff. So it's been bugging me all night. She needs new struts, and rodents have found their way into here. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's gonna need a little help. Gonna need a little help. I gotta vacuum this thing out. Now. Oh, okay. Let's see. How are we looking? All right. Not bad. It's definitely coolant, not water, which is good. So yeah, we're gonna crank the plugs out, and they do look like they're gonna be a lot of fun to get to. But actually, before we do that, I think I'm gonna vacuum out the engine bay. See, it's very apparent rodents have made themselves comfortable in here. It seems like at some point the Hydro Boost was swapped out for vacuum. So that should save us headaches, because from what I understand, you can't get your hands on those anymore. What do we got here? Oh, that's a cool little tag, charge air cooler. Yeah, let's do a mix of vacuuming it out and blowing it out with the air compressor before we start popping plugs out and dropping stuff places we don't want it. She's not bad for a car that's been sitting 20 years under a car cover. So it appears the old shop vac does not want to cooperate with the So yeah, it's gonna get really loud, and we're gonna turn this into a little time lapse. Should be quick. Start pulling some plugs, hopefully. Big old 5/8. There's a plug back there that's gonna be. Oh. Now I feel like should have got his hands on some new wires, but fortunately we spent most of the bank account to acquire this vehicle. So we're, as you would say, balling on a budget. Jesus Christ. Let's get our first look here. This is the first plug we got out of her. Go ahead. Not terrible. I mean, it could be much worse. It could be much worse. For how long the car's been sitting, so far, so good. Let's go. So that was cylinder 2. Now we're on cylinder 4. These things are tight though. So we're gonna do the old working back and forth. Oh, she's coming. The other thing is I do want to leave the plugs out for the first time we crank it under power. So I'd like to crank it until I get more pressure. Okay. What do we got? Number 2. Really? Not bad. I mean, they're not caked, so I'm gonna take that as a win. They're not caked with, rust and garbage. Let's go to number 3. Oh, this would be max potential. So I don't know how well this is gonna go. Another extension would make this a much easier job. This one seems to be coming out well. Plug gap. 135. She's got the sticker and everything. She's serious. Let's get another extension going. I'll make you guys' life a tad bit easier. Okay. Now we got I have a feeling getting this guy out, getting it back in, it's gonna be the we're free. Getting it back in is gonna be a little rough. Okay, how's this one look? Not bad. Alright, let's it out. And we can start sneaking some mystery oil in there. Now, let's see, we have one. Oh, don't tell me I just broke that plug wire. That would be sad. Gotta try to reach in here and give her the old twist. So this is 135. See if I stick in here, get this one all. And then where is she? Okay. These are all off. Let's see how these ones wanna come out. They wanna be nice to a guy. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Bad. None of these are that bad. They're not great, but there is no. I mean, for sitting 20 years, I'd say they're great. Definitely great. But you could definitely see a little bit of corrosion. But what do you expect? What do you expect? Now, is this loaded up with leaves? Kind of looks like it, and I didn't blow this side out because the guy is very excited. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me throw this plug back in and tight. So we can pull out these blow out these little spark plug holes here. Where is she? There she is. Get unplugged. Don't be shy. Okay. Let's blow this out. Mighty quick. It'll have a little bit of buildup, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I have high hopes. When we went and loaded this car up yesterday, it actually, it's been in, I mean, I don't know how long it's been in that spot, but I can tell you it's been in that spot at least 10 years. It's been there as long as I've been by. I've done it longer than that. So, but it rolled beautifully. He had a harder time pushing his dad's Corvette, which he moved in very recently. This thing, she came out like a dream. Oh yeah, if I put the first one back in, that is right. Okay. Not bad. Let's get this first one back out. Find her. Okay. Now let's got 6 plugs out. Let's cut a piece of this tubing, grab a funnel, and let's give this a little pop. Now we have to, fortunately this is a very low budget production, and normally a guy would use his phone flashlight. However, I have the phone on video duty, so just gotta try to find the old entrance. Is that it? Give her a splash. be 6. Like facing the car, it's 246 on the left and 135 on the right. Let's see if we can finagle this. Finagle this into that. Okay. I think we're in. So I don't want to go too crazy. It's going to come blowing out. And we finally, try to coerce her into spinning for a guy. Soak, and I guess it's time to switch over to the back. Let's drop this tank. So the only thing I'm realizing I did not get is fuel line. So I believe there's a section of rubber that goes between section of rubber that goes between the tank and the hard lines. Oh no, I think she is in fact rotted out. Doesn't sound too promising. Let's see what size are we gonna need? Alright, while the fuel tank soaks, while the cylinder soaks, we were going to drop the tank. We're going to try to do this without getting under the car because frankly, my jack stands are all at the house, so I'm just going to make a mess. Drop the tank on myself. Was I right on the back? Yeah. All right. This is where it's going to get a little sketchy. Want to drop. I should have a jack stand under the car and the floor jack under the tank, but I never claimed to be a smart man. Too terrible. Wasn't too terrible. I'm feeling do have a bolt coming across the back. Drop that. Didn't quite think that through. All right, let's lower it back down to planet Earth. Bolts look like they're of the half-inch variety. The downside is I do not think I'm going to be able to get it. I don't think we're going to be able to get the impact in there. I'm going to have to do it slowly, unless I have a half-inch swivel, which we might. Let's see. Will it fit? Okay, yes. This is yes. She's spinning. Let's get the wrench on. Wow. The car has been sitting outside for 20 years. Now, granted, she was under a car cover. I'll give her that. But so far, it hasn't been all that bad to like. I mean, I can tell you any car that's been daily driven since '87 right now, nothing's going apart this easy. Like that. What you got? What the? Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Let's see how much room we have on the blue line. Just alright, I'm seeing hose clampage. Actually not even that dry rot. So I think we're gonna try to save them. Which is dumb, I should spend money on hoses, but let's see. Let's see. Soften her up a little bit. Now, here's our order. This is going to be difficult to remember, but I think we'll figure it out. I think we'll figure it out. I hope we have, I hope a guy has some extra hose clamps around here, so I have a feeling these ones are all gonna bite the dust. All right, so I'm unsure where the video cut off. The camera died, but the tank was in fact full of rust, like loaded. So I don't even want to. I ordered the tank, so we're gonna have to wait. We're just gonna have to wait for the new tank and then compare it because I don't want to risk it. However, this is the sending unit we got out of it, so if that tells you anything. So whatever, we'll wait. From what I understand, the baffle in the Grand National tank is different from a regular G-body tank. I ordered supposedly the correct tank, but the walls, the baffle walls might not be as high according to forums. So we're gonna see when it comes in. We'll compare it side by side and then go from there. All right, but now is kind of the fun part. We are gonna see if she wants to turn over a little bit. Now I did just have the correct socket and I couldn't tell you where I put it, so that's cool. Oh, in my pocket, socket in the pocket. So, should we the tensioner, so it should tighten. Let's see. Let's see if this fits. Okay. Let's see. I can't see the crank pulley from here. I see the water pump. Okay. That's not a good sign. Now, there is a good chance the old water pump. All right. Now, I just don't think the crank pulley is all too accessible. So let's try again. Tire spoon or pry bar, something of that nature. In the old. Let's see if we can sneak it on the water pump pulley. See if that gives us anything. Oh, yeah. So. It appears she's a little tight. A little tight. A little frozen. The problem with this is the intercooler is right in front of the crank, so I really can't grab on. I can't just go grabbing on the nut. I don't really. The other question is it just a water pump that's locked up? See if we just wiggle it a little. Yeah, she's a little stuck. We might have, all right, well, I have this on still, that's not working. Never said it was a smart thing. Let's see, let's really try to work it. We might just, we're just gonna get a little crazy here. You're gonna throw a battery in, and just, just very nicely breathe. I think these are LCs done. No, that's good. Let's clean these up first. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? She's definitely a little stuck. I can tell you that. Oh boy, this is where the party comes in. Size we got 3/8, 5/16. Something little, I can tell you that. Sides on more batteries are not cool. Not cool, not a great invention. I'm not impressed by it. Oh, that one's stripped. Yeah, the thing is with no spark plugs in it, it should turn. It should turn very easily. We're not getting that here. We are not getting that here. So power, I just heard something come on. I do believe I left the key on because I was putting her in neutral and all sorts of stuff like that. All right, let's just try to, let's bump the key. Let us bump the key. Oh, we have lights. Sounds odd. Oh, I don't have plugs in it. Let's do we know what happened? No. Oh, okay. Power locks are trying. Horn? No. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Everything's a little jammed up. All right. That's very exciting. So we have turnage. I did spray mystery oil everywhere. That's cool. Let's see. Maybe she's just a little stuck in place. Oh yeah. she's turning. Now she's turning. That's exciting. It's very exciting. Okay. So I guess our next endeavor is let's put the new plugs in. Let's get that going. Get new plugs in. Now realistically, I could put the sending unit and pump in a 5-gallon bucket and just test it, but I don't think that's the greatest idea. What's the point? Yeah. All right, let's get some spark plugs in. Let's get some spark plugs in. Didn't check if we had oil pressure yet. So I'm gonna change the oil, but rather not toast the starter. Now I do believe it has a digital oil pressure gauge, so. So it's got a little digital oil light, and after a good bit of cranking, that seems to have went away. So here we have oil pressure. I did in fact get mystery oil everywhere, but what are you gonna do? What do you expect? Let's try to sneak this little guy back here. This is gonna be the most aggravating one, I know it. Last but not least, everyone's gonna, you should get your plugs, you should have your plugs. Yeah, they're probably gonna get changed soon anyway. So, I'm not all too worried. Let's get you the new little guy. Let's get some plug wires on. Crank it again. Now. There you are. There she goes. She liked that one. That's good. Don't be shy, buddy. It helps if you're on the plug. That does help. They don't teach you that one. There you are. And last but not least, okay. All right. Now I do want to take off this charge pipe. We don't know what's in the intercooler. We don't know who made homes where and what. And I also want to take this air filter off. So we'll end up, not with it running, but we'll end up blowing air through this and making her nice. These are not going to be happy to come off. I can tell you that. Let's soften her up a little bit. Hose clamp did come apart. Let's replace that. Break it free a little. Yeah, she's not really happy with the thought of coming apart. Okay. Yeah, no. Free her up. Okay, we're getting a little bit of movement. Okay, okay. That's all. Now next, let's crack this one off. It's a little loose. Maybe someone's cooked here. So this one too. Let's try to free up these over. I know you want to be free. I know you want to be free. Jesus Christ. Oh, did I break it? Don't. No, okay. 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 So. Does the guy have starting fluid? Alright, so we're gonna see if we can get her to give us a little something, a little anything. Let's see. Pretty dirty. Oh, she gonna run. She is. She's gonna run and she's gonna like it. Unfortunately, without a fuel tank. Not a fuel tank, it's not much a guy can do. She's gonna run. Now, if we have fire or just mystery oil burning off? She's gonna run. She's gonna run, that is fucking. Now we just need a fuel tank. All right, so we are on day 2 here. Tank came. For anyone curious, the baffle is different from the factory Grand National tank. This baffle comes up probably 3 inches, where the baffle in that tank seems to, in the original tank that is, seems to come up a lot higher, but we're gonna have to rock with it for now. Especially if you're on a budget, because I think this tank was $118 from Rock Auto, and it has the baffle, so it has a baffle. So, and I got a new sending unit. That's a Chinesium sending unit, so we'll see about that. But I did put in a Walbro 355, I think, or a Walbro 350 fuel pump. I think it's like 255 liters an hour. It's like a slight upgrade, but you know, big on the while you're in there. So yeah, we're gonna try to slap this back in. I got new rubber lines to go from here to the hard lines, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those on underneath, cut them to length, and then we'll try to sneak this thing in. Okay, so I crawled under there. I hooked up the rubber lines are hooked up, so I'm thinking if I put the bolts in the back of these straps, I could try to kind of slide the tank up onto it, then pull it up with the bolts in the front. Is that gonna work? No idea. Are we gonna find out? Yes. So, let's see. Let us see. Thank God there's not smell through a camera, because this car still absolutely reeks of rodent. That's a later problem. That's a later problem. Okay. Funny part is, I have a floor jack right here, but I like this job. This guy up there. I don't know. Where you gotta be? That's it. Now is the fun part. Let's sneak under there with with the gun. All right. Okay. Ain't nothing to it. Let's do it. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Let's get under here. Rest it on my stomach. There we go. Spacer. Yep. Very comfortable. Something's not. Something is incorrect. Something's definitely incorrect here. Unless. Is that it? I feel like this tank should be over a little. But what do I know? Definitely should have jacked the car up for this, but you live and you learn. Huh? Yep. I'm learning. And that's gotta be there, so let's. There's one. I do have it loose. So we have, just in case she needs a little wiggle room. Yeah, should have just broke out. The jack's right there. Jack's right there. Poor fender. This quarter definitely needs some love. Okay. Do the same thing. Let's go. Cool. Spacer. too. Beautiful. Right over here. Right there, okay. Okay. Next up. It's gonna be the fuel filter, and I have a feeling that's not gonna be all that fun. So.
Wow, gee, goddamn. Well, tell me you turn that on. Damn, got the T-top pops. Oh, you know. Clean down. Check out what he's got going on here. Oh, we don't got a light. Definitely no light around here. Let's go get a pocket light so we can avoid Jack.
So Tyler ended up joining to help me get this. He was the only one who knew about the car at this point. We were keeping it a secret from our friends, and we ended up going to war with this fuel filter. A lot of PV blaster and heat, and yes, heat on the fuel lines, but everything was bone dry, so we weren't too worried. We ended up having to get a new flare fitting. You know, it's an O-ring flare and compression coupling to get this together, hoping that after this we'd be able to start the car up. So you know what I should put back on? I blew out the intercooler.
You know what it is?
They don't know. I don't know.
Reassemble charge piping?
Do I? What do you think?
I would.
Yeah, you're right. I like just the road in reverse and do it right now.
Right out the door, dude. Man, I really should have brought the gimbal.
And I could put back on there.
This feels like, I don't know, it feels like I shouldn't be touching the Grand National. You know what I mean?
I had another.
Dude, Dad asks about the Corvette too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was like something about the Corvette, and I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, it's supposed to be a Father's Day present 6 years ago.
Wait, we're missing the clamp. I don't know where the fuck it
Well, it's just a hose band, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, here's one.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did loosen her all. Is that it, or is that?
No, there's
that
another
left
one
there?
right here. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's a little here.
that's what happened with that.
Like that, a little. Cool.
I have.
You know, spin on that thing.
I have PV blaster if you need.
I think that's.
It was a pain in the dick to get off. Oh wait, hold up, you're stuck on the bottom.
Yeah, that's what it is. Just watch out, because this rubber's probably.
We're just gonna prime it.
Oh,
Well, prime action, huh? Oh, we never got this.
There was definitely a fuel pump noise.
I heard that. I hear the like pressure relay clicking over here when it hits full pressure. If you want, I could disconnect that. It might run constant. I'm not sure.
I still have a bunch yesterday.
Look at that dashy dash.
Oh, that's not fuel.
I hear it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you returned.
All right, it is now day 3. Yesterday we got the, what did we get done yesterday? I got the fuel filter in. I did the tank and lines yesterday, and then me and Tyler went to start it, and I had another leak. So we got the meta glasses here. Hopefully you can see. We're gonna try to get under there and take care of these last rubber lines that I frankly just didn't even try to take care of, and that's what I get for being lazy. So let's see if we can reach it with a bunch of extensions. There's a little, oh boy, there is a little heat shield, so that's right up behind this heat shield is where our problem resides. And I really don't want to drop the tank again, so we're gonna and let me guess, they're 7/16. Let's see. It appears like they are of the 7/16 flavor, and I couldn't find my 7/16, so. Oh gosh. All right. Unfortunately, with the old meta glasses, they do shut off every 3 minutes, so that's what the cuts are gonna be. I have an impact. I have a 3/8 impact. I could have made this job a lot easier. Okay. I have one. Oh, because they're not even nuts. They're those weird, like clips almost. So that's good. That means worst comes to worst, we could just go yanking. We could just start yanking stuff until it. Come on. Don't be shy. 1, 2. The other fun part is going to be, do I have enough fuel injection hose for this game? Because I didn't think about these lines yesterday. I wasn't too familiar with the fuel system on a G-body. So that's okay. Is that the third? Is she off? No, she's not off. I lied to myself. So yeah, I wasn't aware of these, so I only bought 2 foot of each, because buying it at the parts store, it's like, I don't know, dust everywhere. $6 a foot. All right, so one of these guys is split, and I believe it's, oh yeah, she's hurt. All right. The good news is I should have enough line to take care of this. So let's grab a screwdriver. This is gonna be fun to get to. I do have a really long screwdriver, but it might be too long for this. All right, let's let's get to it. So I don't know what happened to the video of me replacing the lines, but I ended up replacing the rubber lines, and then this is our first attempt at giving her a start now. I think we fixed the second set of fuel leaks. I don't know how well the video came out with the meta glasses. Honestly, it might not be used well at all, but we had 2 more rubber lines between that went over the axle that we replaced. So we're going to try again to prime the pump fuel a few times and see what happens. Now, the only problem is where are the keys? Have keys. Puddles, yeah. I feel like I heard fuel get up to the rail. Gotta give her a few seconds. Alright, we're gonna give it one more prime, and we're gonna try it. Let's make sure we're still, oh yeah, we're recording. Let's see. Alright. Alright. I would just shut that here. I did put oil in the cylinders, so hopefully definitely. Alright, you know what, I'm gonna kill it for now. Feet out under it, and we're gonna try to roll it outside. Okay. Give me a few minutes, let's clean up and let's see what we can do. All right, so unfortunately I have not cleaned out the interior yet. So, but we're gonna see if we can. Okay. She had some rodent action in there, and then I'm missing a door panel. Well, we're gonna see if we can somehow fix it because it is in the back. Okay, brakes are. She's definitely running a little rough. Let's see if we have gears. Unless we just broke a fuel line. Is our throttle getting stuck? I don't want to bang it into gear with it idling that high. All right, let's see. Oh, she went in gear. Oh, no way. We have reverse. This is crazy. This is crazy. And somehow right now I have brakes. I mean, I know we're bound to pop a brake line. This is exciting. This is very exciting. All right, let's back her out and just. Oh wow, power steering and everything. This is impressive. I got someone's headlights right in my face. This is awesome. Okay, now let's let it run a little bit. I do want to see. I want to get it up to temperature. Hopefully, it has coolant. We know that. So, all right, this is huge. Here she is. This is the first time it's probably seen rain in a while. Let's. I'm gonna check if it's charging and all that. We're gonna let some of this crud burn off. So we successfully got her running and driving. Definitely needs a lot more before you really take her out on a voyage, but we appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, stay tuned for the bodywork, and hopefully we'll turn her up just a touch.